Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Taurus in mid-December 2019. Hello, Taurus. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. All right, a little flip over here as we were getting into your video. Knight of Swords. Maybe some of you are dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Fast movement, quick messages, quick intentions. A lot of, here, there, everywhere kind of pull or push to a situation maybe. Maybe you're feeling rushed in a situation. Maybe someone is rushing you or you're rushing someone else. But for the most part, it doesn't feel like too damaging or out of control. It just maybe something or someone moves in a quite sudden way that might be unexpected. So yeah, it feels like maybe there's like a surprise, but then whatever. We can't get too much into it because I'm like, there's a lot of things I'm feeling with that. But basically, fast movement with that flip out there. Now, on to the regular spiel. What's going on, Taurus? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, whatever you are doing, whoever you're celebrating with. I hope it's an amazing time. I hope you have fun. I hope you are indulging in all the things you can indulge in within reason, of course, because, it's the end of the year, my friends. And I enjoy just the anticipation of a new year, usually. This year in particular, I'm feeling really good about it. I don't know why. 2020 just, for me, energetically, it feels like a good year to get my groove on. So I don't know about you, but I'm anticipating that. Anyway, whatever you're doing to celebrate with friends and family, again, I hope you have an amazing time, Taurus. Now, and if you're not celebrating, why? Everybody should be having some kind of fun during the new year or during the holidays. So hopefully, I don't know who has to hear this. I'm hoping you have a good time. Maybe some of you are not really going out or not interacting with people. That's interesting. We'll see. We'll see if that has anything to do with your message. Now, on to the regular spiel. Taurus, shuffled off camera. That is your main spread there. I will shuffle on camera now for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. The timestamp is in the description box below if you want to jump ahead. Also down there is the information you need if you want to get a personal private reading with me. You let me know what you want from the menu. I say cool. I give you a reading. You give me payment. And everybody has done their part to sustain capitalism. But no, seriously, if you have any questions before placing an order, feel free to email me at the same address that's provided, and I will hopefully be able to clarify some things with you. Now, also, guys, look, it's only 6 days, right? No, less than 6. It's like, no, it's 4 days. Yeah, it's 4 days from Christmas. I'm planning a New Year's Eve party. I will not have time to go live around the holidays like I did for Thanksgiving. I was hoping to, but it's just not going to fit into the calendar, really. So I'm going to push that to January. So look for me to go live in January. If you're subscribed, make sure that you allow YouTube to show you posts as well as videos from your favorite readers or content creators here on YouTube. Otherwise, you'll miss when I announce that I will be going live. And for the collective in January, everybody is welcome. It's not specific to any sign or anything like that. So if you catch me, if you want to schedule it in, add it to your diary or something like that, feel free, come and join me. But the date has yet to be selected, so be on the lookout for that, okay? All right, here we go. Taurus, let's get into it. Please show me Taurus's outcome for mid-December 2019. Taurus's outcome for mid-December 2019, please show me. Whoa. To the ground it went, where'd it go? There it is. Bottom of the deck is your overall energy, and your outcome came like this in a side position, so we got to figure out how to lay it on the board, because I don't do sides in generals. I might do it in the live, and I definitely will do it in a private reading. But anyway, let's go. So, which way for Taurus, please? That feels right. Thank you. Cool. And that stack is not straight. Knocking cards all over the place. Nothing fell, I don't think. No. Alright, so let's tuck that back under there. Let's get that straight. Taurus, you should be able to appreciate this. I like things to be nice and neat. Got that South Node in Capricorn, you know what I mean? Maybe you don't. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and flip what came face down for you, Taurus. Okay. And let's get into this thing. Please show me where Taurus is in mid-December 2019. Taurus in mid-December 2019. Please show me. Come on. Okay, thank you. We got it. Cool. Taurus, coming in to mid-December 2019. Why is the bottom of my foot suddenly itching? That's weird. You have the Four of Wands. Wow, that's good. That's good. That's good. We like this. We do. Yeah. Four of Wands, happy home, interest and focus. Focus on your home life, your domestic spaces, maybe certain plans surrounding the home, maybe like not moving, but maybe, thank you, like rearranging, making things nice and neat, like how I was fiddling with the cards here. You might be kind of, in a mood right now, Taurus, to put everything in its proper place, get your house cleaned up. Oh, right, because holidays, maybe you are like me, you got people coming to the house and you're looking at everything that is normal to you and you're like, I gotta take care of that before these people get to my house, So it's something like that where I feel there's a lot of preparation, there's a lot of care and careful precision going on, like, okay, let's make sure that the vase faces this way at an angle, let's move the sofa from this side to the other side, I do feel in some of your cases, not all, because some of you are solo dolo, single pringle, live alone, and that's totally fine, but I feel like for those who have family or who live with a person or roommates or something like that, it feels like a real concerted effort. I think you are wanting your space to reflect your goals. Okay, I like that. That's good. That's I'm sure there's like some benefit to that or something in therapy or self-care that is linked to that. Like in order to align yourself with your personal goals or your career goals or your whatever goals that you have, it's best to live in a space or work regularly in a space that's, sort of akin to what you're working on. So if you have a fitness goal, let's say, just as an example, and you want to lose some weight or you want to gain some muscle or something like that, and you have a home gym, but it's also like doubling as your garage, or it's doubling as the laundry, like the overflow of the children's laundry is like sitting on, what are those, like those little workout benches or something like that, and you're just like, okay, just put it over there on the workout bench because nobody's like used it since like 2016 or some shit like that. There's something here about clearing clutter, clearing space, making things, again, nice and neat and functional for you in order to garner a certain result, or again, become more aligned with a particular goal that you have set for you. This 4, although it talks about foundations and things already being in place, which I think, that's kind of at the core of this. You already have a home, or you already have an apartment that you're comfortable in. I don't think this is moving into, I think this is, again, rearranging or moving things around to make it more functional, more simpatico, or in rhythm with what you're trying to do with your life. There's I can't get out. I wish you guys could feel what I'm feeling, but and I'm not saying this is how you feel, or maybe some of you do feel this way. I can't get out of this house space. Like, I keep wanting to think, okay, well, can this extend to work? And maybe in some of your cases, or can this extend to some other place in Taurus's life? But it's just like the physical environment for Taurus has to look a certain way, and then Taurus will feel a certain way, or feel more inspired in a certain way, or maybe in some cases finally feel ready to okay, there we go, we got it. Finally feeling ready to accept something if we can clean up the space, if we can get certain things moved around, or get certain things thrown out, or make enough room so that you can buy the things into your home, bring in the furniture, bring in the tapestries or the decorations that you want, so that you can finally, here it is, thank you, so that you can finally feel at peace or truly at home. So maybe in like a few of your cases, I'm going to say that for a few of your cases, maybe you have recently moved into a new place. Perfect. And when you move anywhere, either before you move from your old place and then after you move to the new place, it's kind of like things get lost and they need to be replaced, or you realize, oh, I brought this from my old place, but I don't need it anymore. So then you chuck it out. You know what I mean? So there is this readjustment going on that, again, is for the sake of your comfortability, for the sake of you finally feeling like you are happy in your domestic space, in the place that you call home. I don't care who you share it with. You could share it with, you know, your significant boyfriend or girlfriend. You could share it with 15 cats. I really don't care who else lives there. But this is just Taurus's need. Taurus needs for things to look and feel to their liking, so that that feeling can extend and grow outside of them. You know, okay, so maybe that's also part of it. Maybe also a part of this is that, you know, stress from the holidays, stress from work, feeling burdened in some type of way. And to alleviate that burden, maybe, you know, your family life or your work life is like a total shit show. And so the only place that you are able to kind of de-stress and like find some solace is when you're at home. And maybe some of you, like me, in preparation for, you know, people visiting, mine is different than yours. I'm fine. But in some of your cases, Taurus, maybe you realize, man, I can't control what my coworkers do. You know, they go into the break room, they live like fucking wolves in there, like a, and no offense if anybody knows wolves. Wolves might be very clean and domestic. I don't know. But you just are around people outside of your home that make you feel like you're in a disarray. They're slovenly, they're lazy, they're combative, all this kind of stuff. And then you go, maybe some of you have gone, or you will be going, again, because this is a couple days before Christmas, I'll be putting this up. But anyway, so, you know, you go to your family's house for Christmas and you haven't lived there since 1986. But my God, things don't change around here. This wallpaper is tarnished. There's still plastic on the furniture. Many of us know that life, huh? Oh God, that was at my cousin's house. Oh, I couldn't stand going over there. Anyway, you know, and it's just like, Grandma, come on with the plastic, man. Please buy some new sofas in here. Anyway, so it could be you're engaging in other spaces or having to visit other spaces, having to do work in other spaces that is simply out of your purview, out of your control. And so then you realize, you come home, you're like, huh, this stressful job has made me slack off on my chores, slack off on doing the laundry, slack off on, you know, some people, when you move into a place, you really don't finish unpacking until like a year later or some shit like that. And you're just like looking, oh my God, I still have boxes from when I moved in here. Something like that. So this cleaning up of the house and getting things in order and making it more comfortable for you, Taurus, is going to finally allow you to move past something, to accept something, or it just acts as a de-stressor, okay? That's nice. Now, what happened? Yes, everything I just said. Holy shit. So when I talk, again, I'm looking mostly out in front of me. Sometimes I'm looking up into this corner for some reason. Other times I'm looking at my salt lamp across the room. And I'm just talking. And I feel the things, and then I'm like, why do I feel these things? I look down, everything I just said is here on the table. So, let's see where we're going. Because you're going to have probably a very simple reading. But we'll see. There might be complications. I don't know yet. Now, what happens? Because I think your main focus is here. For Taurus, what is next, please? That's interesting. Okay. I don't know why they want me to do it this way, because from a storytelling perspective, it doesn't feel that this should be the next card we speak of. But let me just double check. Where are we going next? Please show me. Okay. Okay, again, from a storytelling perspective, which is something I'm pretty good at, as a former English major and general wordy person, okay? So this is kind of strange, but anyway. So, well, I guess beneath that could be the significance, because it's underneath the Four of Wands. You have this Ace of Pentacles, okay? So Ace of Pentacles is that new opportunity. It is sort of this offer that comes to you, or I don't want to say inspiration, because that's more like the Ace of Wands, but Ace of Pentacles, I mean, it could be. It could be. How though? Because, you know, the Leo in me is like, huh? I don't understand that. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. I kind of said it, but this is getting it to make sense to me. So you do all that stuff that we were talking about with the Four of Wands. Clean your house up, get everything in order, you know, stop, you know, living like a slob. I'm putting that in quotes because I don't know what your life is. You know, I don't, you know, what is clean to me might not be clean to someone else, and then vice versa, you know. So I put it in quotes. But after that starts to happen, or during that happening, you get this inspiration, you get this this sort of, maybe that's it. Like some of you have needed to feel as though you were in control of something, that you were capable of something. I feel in your work and or in your home or your family life, meaning, well, could be family that you live with in some of your cases, with the husbands or the wives and the kids that you might have, or the roommates you might have. But I'm feeling this is more for those who live remotely from their families, who don't live with their parents or siblings or, you know, anybody else. I mean, you might live with your own family, but I'm saying your bloodline is what this feels like. So related to your bloodline, Taurus, I feel as though you have wanted to feel as though you could change things or be in control of things. That could also apply to work. If you work for other people, if you're not a manager or in a position of leadership and you kind of take orders from someone else, this is definitely to showcase that you can still be the boss of something, or essentially maybe some of you have been struggling to feel as though you can complete something. So you might challenge yourself like on a weekend to just like clean the attic or something like that, or do whatever. There's something here that you have a chance to prove yourself to yourself, okay? In a practical, physical mean, right? Because that's Pentacles. Could be a challenge, you know, something like that. Especially if you live with your own family. And I don't think many Tauruses would appreciate like having to clean the attic out by themselves. So you might issue a challenge to your husband or your wife or your kids or whoever and be like, do you want to help mommy clean out the attic? No, I don't want to. Well, you're going to, you know, something like that. But this Ace of Pentacles, it feels like once this is taken care of, the Four of Wands element is taken care of, you kind of get like this new lease on life, or this new inspiration, this new vigor, this reboot, or re-up in energy and feeling capable. Like I feel like this Ace of Pentacles with the hand holding the pentacle like this, it's like I have it in the palm of my hand. I can control it. I can sustain this, or I can parlay or transmute what I've done at home to the office. So maybe, I don't know what type of office situation you or work situation you guys are working in, but maybe again you're working with, you know, people that are slobs, or people that, you know, don't know how to flush a toilet. I don't know. And it's just like, now that I've cleaned up my own home, I'm gonna go in on Monday and whip everybody into shape and be like, look, this is what needs to be done around here. Don't you guys think that da 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 da? And maybe, you know, Taurus, especially in a work situation, I don't know what you do, I don't know what your relationship is with other people, but I feel as though there is this tentative, like you want to say something because people are uncleanly, or people are lazy, or people are inconsiderate, people steal other people's lunches, whatever. There's something about, now that I've done it in this one space, in my home, I'm going to go and transfer that into my workplace. Or, like I mentioned earlier, you might go to your grandma and be like, listen, grandma, I know you love plastic on your furnitures, but that shit ain't popping anymore. We're going to get some new furniture today. And grandma would be like, don't you touch my plastic couch. Sorry, but I'm taking it out of here. You know, it's something like that, where I want to not only be able to prove to myself that I can do it in my own space, I now take what is tangible, what I have proven is possible, and I want to apply it to another situation. This is like some type of, I don't want to use this word, but I use it all the time, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I feel like this is some type of therapy for you guys. Not that you have gone to maybe some of you have. But no, I'm not sensing that you've gone to a therapy session and been told to do this. I feel like you have created this situation, or this program, quote unquote program, for yourself. If I do this here, then I can do it there, and I can do it over there, and I can do it over here. Like you're proving to yourself that you're capable. All right, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. the camera cut off for some reason. So we're back. What was I saying? Because I didn't even notice I got cut off. Said something about a program. And then, what did I say? Program. Oh, I was saying how this is like therapy for yourself. Like you've designed this for yourself, right? And then I was like, well, who would need to do this? Or like, what would be the therapy part of it, you know? And I was like, oh, decluttering, like decluttering. Like I think I said it when we were talking about the Four of Wands by itself, is a form of de-stressing, or, you know, can help to alleviate stress. So, and Taurus, I think that would speak to you. You know, Taurus is emotional, ruled by Venus, emotional in a different way than, say, the water signs, of course. But you have a lot of care and attention to the spaces around you, the things that you put into or on your body. You're very conscious of tactile things, right? And things that you can touch and smell and taste and all that good stuff, right? And not to say like you have, you know, exquisite taste. Many of you do, but not all of you. But there is something where you, because of that interest in the physical, in things that are out here in the world that exist, right? You have an increased sensitivity to those things. And, you know, that again falls into Taurian archetypes and second house issues, right? Things that you possess, yourself and external things, yeah? And because you possess the self, right? Second house, I have this type of personality. I have this type of sense of humor. I have this type of interest or taste in clothes or in fashion, right? All of that is about self-possession. Because that is so integral to Taurus as one of the zodiacs, it makes sense that you are more sensitive than other signs to the spaces around you and the people around you. So I'm now seeing that there's going to be an overlapping here. If I can clean up my spaces, work, home, even your car. I don't know how people can drive in a clunky car. Not clunky, but junky car. Oh my God. Anyway, so you clean up the spaces that you occupy, right? That then allows you to de-stress, and in some ways, quote unquote, cleans up your mind. Yeah. Now that you've done that, in some way, it's going to make it easier, they reminded me what's down here. It's going to make it easier, or at least make it so you can finally be done with certain relationships. Here we go. This is not a complication. Whatever I'm talking about, for some of you, it's happening now. It's happening in the future. I'm going to say probably the majority of the people I'm talking to, maybe not. No, the majority. They're like 50 to 60. So yeah, the majority of the people I'm talking to, this has already transpired in some type of way. So you've had significant heartache. Yes, thank you. Significant heartache and heartbreak and just deep betrayal with the Ten of Swords. Yeah, this is that Left 4 Dead energy. This is that deep, dark betrayal on someone's part. And by the way, it's a general. If you sat this long and you're like, that's not Taurus, it's me. Okay, then Taurus is the person that hurts you, cross-watcher, or Taurus, you know, I was this person. I was the one putting the swords in the back. You know your story better than I do. So a general can be flipped. I'm saying Taurus is doing this. If it's the other way around, perfect. Now, whoever experienced this lingered for a while, might still be lingering for some of you, but ultimately, since it's a 10, it's a culmination point. We're at the end of the line when we get to the 10s, right? It's painful, it's difficult in the case of the Ten of Swords. However, it's not going to get any worse. It's going to eventually dissipate, or we're going to eventually sort of turn our back on this energy, or try our best to proactively get over it. If we can't release it through the passage of time, that could also be this. It could be that many of you Tauruses have been sort of passive in releasing whatever this is. You know, heartache because of betrayal, because someone has lied, because someone has cheated, because someone has manipulated, because someone was absolutely, positively, just wholeheartedly destructive and I hate using this word, but they put it in here because somebody wants to hear it. Pure evil, okay? Whatever this was, some of you were just passively waiting, like, okay, it's been like 2 months. It's been like, 15 weeks. I think I'm over it. I should be over it by now. And just wishing it to be gone, wishing for the pain to leave you, or the remnants of the pain, because again, it's a 10. We're at the culmination point. It's not going to get better. So it's not live pain. It's like a festering wound, or like a wound that hasn't healed completely. And so you've been wishing and just waiting, in many cases thinking it through instead of doing something. There you go. Instead of doing something like taking care of your home, organizing things to your liking. It's to your liking, not to somebody else's liking, to your liking. Like I said, utilizing that home gym, okay? Clean out the kids' toys, clean out the laundry that is draped all over the barbells or whatever, and start pushing them weights, start running on that treadmill. That's what it's supposed to be used for, right? So you do something physical. Wands are physical, action, dynamic, right? Gives you this inspiration to be more concerned with your physical space, or to reinvent other places, or to reinvent certain relationships, because we're about to we're about to, what's that called? Transition. Thank you. We're about to transition into this aspect where your physical surroundings will allow you, the changes you make to your physical surroundings, your physical body, the way you feel in terms of like diet, maybe you're eating better, clean food in, gives you a boost in energy versus, constantly getting fast food every day for your lunch or something like that. All that will allow you to finally let this go completely. A lot of you were passively waiting for time. Each day checked off the calendar. Maybe I'll be over it today. Maybe this won't hurt so bad today. Maybe I can finally forget about that person, or forget about that incident, or forget about the embarrassing thing that happened to me down at the roller rink. I don't know what that is, but that's kind of weird. I don't know what this is. Which then in turn, thank you, allows you to be done with certain aspects of a relationship, or certain relationships, or just certain memories, listen, whoever you are, Taurus, I feel the majority of you, more than 60%, right? More than the percentages that I mentioned earlier. I feel that the good majority of Tauruses are actually already on the road to recovery, so to speak, or on this new path of healing and being more healthy with their lifestyle choices, or being more healthy or mindful about what they do with their body, how they, this could also be conscious changes in how you buy your groceries, or where you source certain things in your life. If you're a coffee fanatic, it's just like, oh, my favorite coffee shop was not, getting, free trade beans. What? It's whatever. Not everything, but most of you are already on this path towards healing, but there has been something, in the back of your mind that you have never really let go of completely. Changing of your physical space, the way you move, your physical body, the things you put into your body for health reasons, whatever it is, that's going to pull each of those swords out. It's going to finally get this off of your mind, out of your heart. Erase, erase, erase. Yes, thank you. Judgment. Secondary major arcana for Scorpio. So some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but you don't have to be. So, listen, here we go. Judgment Day. Put it to bed, my friends. I think you mostly have, it's like one of those things. Okay, and I don't want to knock anybody, but what they showed me, which is, on the mark with this artwork here, is somebody who, and I'm not saying this is exactly what you're doing, I'm just using this as a metaphor. Someone who loses a relative, loses a loved one. They're buried on a Monday. This person, what they're showing me is a person who visits the grave every day in order to heal it. That might work, for some of you, but think about that. The funeral happens on a Monday. this energy, or because we're going to talk about how this is going to metamorphosis for you. But initially, the funeral's on a Monday. You, Taurus, in your mourning, in your sadness, in your sorrow, visit the grave on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, over and over and over again. That's that Ten of Swords. It's already done. The casket is in the ground. After a few months, the soil begins to grow grass again. You know what I mean? But you keep going there every day. I'm no therapist. I don't know what you need in your life. I don't know anything like that. But I don't know that revisiting the same grave of the person that you are still mourning is healthy. The reason they gave me this image is because it doesn't make sense to basically continue to put yourself in that state. Because again, with this person that they keep showing me going to this grave, every time they go there throughout the week, from the funeral till now, when you show up to the grave, you're sad. This is what they're showing me in my head. I'm not calling you out. I'm not trying to accuse anybody of anything. But what they're showing me is someone is constantly revisiting something that should be dead and buried and given its respect, mourned, but from a distance. When you show up to the grave, you're crying. Every time you go and you read the tombstone, it puts tears in your eyes. And you can never let that person go, whoever is in the ground. This is a metaphor. Please do not jump down in the comments. You're talking about my dead, my dead grandparent. I'm not saying that. This is just a metaphor. So, because recall what we've been talking about. Changing your behavior, changing the way your physical space is laid out, cleaning things up, changing something about your physical routine is what is going to allow you to finally let this go, to finally put to bed, to carry on with the metaphor, to finally truly bury something, is to change how you show up, or change how the space around you looks, change what you put into your body, change how you, again, if you want to lose lbs, you're going to be hitting that treadmill 3 or 4 times a week. I'm not trying to boss you around or say this is exactly what you need, but they keep showing me this person go to a grave every day, thinking somehow that's going to alleviate the pain, that's going to alleviate the sorrow, that's going to make losing the person easier somehow. Okay, I can see it. Because in that person's mind, to walk away and not go, because a lot of times when people go to graves, they talk to the person, they talk to their loved one. Hey, Grandpa Jack, it's me, Taurus. I guess gotta say I miss you, buddy. And it's just like they do this every day. Well, Grandpa Jack, it's day 262. I still miss you. And it's like, when do you have time to miss Grandpa Jack? When you visited him for 262 days after he passed? Just a question. Ponder that, or sit in a feeling of that. How can you create missing? How can you, if you want to get over something, how can you get over it if you're constantly running to that issue, that person or that energy, and saying, I'm not over this. In some ways you're saying I can't accept it. Okay? I knew it would get deep and complex. I just knew it. Because oh yeah, that's true. I don't know what's going on astrologically, but what they're reminding me is that earth signs have had doozies for mid-December. Capricorn had one. Virgo had a little. Theirs was a little more spicy, but it was also difficult energy. And so this is difficult in a way that, I don't know what's going on for fire signs right now, but I'm just like, I don't get it. And I didn't understand the other two either. And I'm not trying to be a bitch or generalize and say earth signs or, whatever. I'm not saying anything about it. It's just, this is what's coming up energetically, and this is what I have to tell you. You are already doing this, but there are some who might be, lagging behind, dragging their feet. Maybe some of you came here and you weren't really sure of what, I don't know if you need confirmation. I don't know if you need to be given permission, quote unquote, permission to let go of Grandpa Jack, whatever Grandpa Jack is. It doesn't have to be an actual dead relative. It can be the loss of a friendship. It can be the loss of a job. It can be, maybe in going back here, the moving scenario. Maybe some of you have moved to an entirely different city or state, away from all your friends and family. And every day you're on Skype talking to your mom or talking to your best friends. Oh man, I really miss you guys in Miami. And you're living, in Toronto now or something like that. No shade on Toronto, no shade on Miami, no shade on anything. It's just, it's so, so far apart. You can't just get in your car and go visit, right? So you're every day texting and Skyping people. I miss Miami so much. It's so cold here in Toronto. Da, 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 da. And it's just you got to get used to and involved in the new environment that you're in. It's fine to miss Miami and your friends and your family. It's natural to do that. But eventually you kind of have to build a new life in your new city, build a new life as a single person, build a new life with a new partner, whatever you're doing, in order to let go of the past. You have to refocus. This is the longest way. Did I say that? I did. I don't know when I said it, but I did use the word focus. But anyway, this is all to say, Taurus, we need to refocus and reprioritize and reshape or perhaps recondition or at least, again, get into the rhythm of taking care of something that is more pertinent to your physical surroundings, your physical space or body, so that you can become comfortable with making your new home, your new relationship, your new office space, your new job, whatever, making it your own, right? We got there. Outcome is the Page of Swords. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Again, that Knight of Swords came out in the beginning of the shuffle, but I don't remember what I said about it. But okay, so this is one step down or one step back in terms of in terms of court cards in the tarot. But Page of Swords, you're learning the ropes. You're really, I feel a lot of you are learning something new about yourself, or you're thinking of things in a new way. You're trying to really figure out, how much is too much, or what do I need in this situation? And again, it could be down. You think your house looks amazing, but suddenly you're just like, I think I want a new rug. And you're like, but this rug is new. And that happens. A lot of people do that. And a few Tauruses I've met, they're definitely like this. They go out, they buy the new piece of furniture or the new decoration for the house, new throw pillows. You come in one week, they've got gold throw pillows on their black sofa. And like, look at this. I got these gold pillows with the black sofa because I was inspired by Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, whatever. And then you go back the next week and the throw pillows are now, white. And you're like, what happened with the whole Black Panther motif or whatever? That didn't feel right. And then you go back in like 2 or 3 more weeks. And now it's like, now the sofa has changed. Where before it was just like one long, 3-seater sofa. Now it's a sectional. I'm like, what? Like Tauruses can be that way. Like until it's right in their physical space, it's not right anywhere else. So this could be you, looking online, looking at different places to buy your furniture and your decorations for your house, trying to, if you're really doing work on your home, this could be you looking up different contractors. It's like, I'm thinking of building a deck, but maybe instead of a deck, I want this and da 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 da. And it's just like going pretty fast, trying to make a decision on what do I need in my physical space, right? That's going to give me this new outlook that I want so bad. Yeah? So the danger here, not danger, that's a bad word. The caution here, or the, thing here is moving quickly. Taurus, fixed signs can be impulsive. So, Godspeed, fellow fixed sign, I understand. It's like, oh, my mind's made up. I'm doing this. But like I just said, Tauruses often have buyer's remorse, like literally buyer's remorse. Like you wake up the next morning, you go, you pull out your purse and you pull out like 5 receipts and you're like, shit, some of this has got to go back to the store. I was too much retail therapy, right? Something like that. So this page, I think, is maybe you busting out not only the laptop to look at the things that you want to buy, but also busting out that checkbook and looking at your online statement being like, okay, you know, all right, maybe the sectional was too much. I think I'm going to go back to the 3-seater sofa instead. It's like that. It's like you act quickly, but because you are a Taurus, you then go back and you're like, I gotta return some stuff. Damn, you know? So it's like this back and forth thing that you're doing within yourself. There's this impulse to get it done because you want to get it right. The sooner you can get your physical surroundings right, the sooner you can drop that 15 pounds. You know, because some, you know, that's the other thing I know about Tauruses. It's winter up here in the northern hemisphere where I live, and it's cold. And you're like, listen, I'm not trying to spend Valentine's Day, whether I'm single or dating anybody, in the cold. I'm looking to hit a beach. And then you get on the scale and you're like, that's not beach weight. I need to lose 15 lbs around here. And so the sooner you're able to get to that goal where you feel comfortable with this page trying to find the proper solution as quickly as possible, the sooner you're going to feel good about yourself, the sooner you're going to feel more on track to do what you're doing. The caution again is pages, especially the Page of Swords, are very novice energies. They're very like naive sometimes, and they might act too soon, or they might overreach in their actions. So again, the retail therapy, you're like, I'm just gonna go. This is like my cousin. She doesn't watch my channel, but she's a Taurus, and I'm like, she was telling us a story recently. I think like she went to go get like 2 pairs of shoes, comes home with 5 pairs of shoes. You see what I mean? It's like you tell yourself when you leave the door, I'm only gonna get this. This is all I'm gonna get. You get in there, you black out, you leave the store, you come home. I got a receipt for $600 from one store? What? You know? So careful, or at least hold on to your receipts, right? And most, well, not the Taurus with the junky car. You might lose the receipt, but others you might be able to keep it. Hold on a second. Excuse me. I apologize. I try my best not to cough or sneeze on camera because gross. Anyway, your overall energy, Taurus, is the 3 of Cups. So that's kind of what I was just talking about. This is about, well, maybe not overindulgence, but certainly indulgence. 3 of Cups is a celebration card. As you can see, these 3 maidens are having a grand old time, hoisting up their chalices, feeling like, hey, bitch, we out here, you know, all that. So, some of you, again, it's holidays, you know, Christmas, New Year's is coming. Whatever you're doing, if it's for the holidays and you're with friends, have a good time. Don't go too ham, okay? But in general, I'm feeling like this could be a part of the self-therapy that you're giving to yourself. I'm not sure that it's as effective as changing things around in your behavior, your actions, in your physical space. I think that's more effective. This could be, you know, now that I have gotten my house together and I feel it's presentable and I want to have people, you know, you would want to have people over. So this could be the result of, now that I've got my space all looking pretty, I want to celebrate myself and my space and show it off to people. Like, oh, look at my new throw pillows, friends. They're not gold or white. They are aqua. And it's like, okay. You know, you're just like on and on about these throw pillows. But so it could be that this is the result of having done that work. But I think, if I'm honest, in other cases, it's more, this is more distraction than anything else. In other cases, it's about celebration. Let's get together for the holidays. Let's, you know, I'm throwing myself a housewarming party, and people are like, you've been living in that house for like 2 years. Yeah, but I'm throwing a housewarming party for right now because it was never the house I wanted it to be, but now it's the house that I want it to be. Come and have a housewarming, you know, or, you know, it could be an anniversary to your housewarming party, some shit like that. It's good. It's mostly good. I'm not even going to say that it's bad, because I think if it's the other part, it's like this distraction. Instead of doing this, some of you want to do this. Instead of facing this, you guys have been doing this consistently. Yeah? So there's the caution. I'm not going to say it's bad. It's just sort of like a caution. Like, you know, the 3, it's just a 3. But this 3 of Cups, often in tarot, can be a little over the top. So mind how you go. Okay? Taurus, that is your reading for mid-December. I gotta say, no shade, because it's my own work, it's my own reading, but the other readings that I did for Capricorn and Virgo were a lot rougher than this. Yours is very self-contained. You're within your capabilities. What you're working with, I think, is surmountable. So congratulations as compared to your fellow brothers and sisters in Capricorn and Virgo. But anyway, that is your reading. If you liked it, let me know by hitting the like button. If you want to leave a comment, let me know how this resonated for you. That would be amazing. You can share this video across your social media platforms, and you can subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. That would be amazing. Again, Taurus, I'll be back in January with a live for the collective. Look for me to announce that on my community tab if you want to join me. I'll also be back soon doing the Januaries and the mids, and I'm going to try my best, but now it's looking like it might be a bit of a crunch to do the no communication readings in December. I said I would. I'm going to try. When? I'm sitting here, I'm like, when? Who has the time? Lord have mercy. Anyway, I'm going to try. And if I can't, it's going to bleed over into January. So be on the lookout for that. If you are, you know, not speaking to someone of a particular sign and you want some insight on that, that is what that reading is designed for, okay? All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. I thank you guys so much for watching this video. Take care. Bye.